Well, let's get this show on the road, all right? Because, all right, we've been misbehaving and I'm wasting time. What's going on, everybody? My name is Shidosha the Fly Guy, and welcome to the Snake Pit Podcast, where anything goes. Well, at least with me, because, you know, I love trying to find ways to get fired. KASING is already laughing because he knows how this goes, so I'll just introduce the guest. I got KASING here, who's just, like, ready for some action, and KOBBE as well. And I'm glad I got you both here at the same damn time because, I mean, you guys have been on my Twitter timeline this entire week. I mean, no, let me take that back. For the last 2 weeks, you two have been on there acting a fool, going crazy. Valentine's Day is coming up, so I see y'all getting little romantic looks at each other and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I see it all. So, I mean...
Can't spoil anything, innit?
No, it's over. It's pack it up for you. It's a wrap. So, everything is good. KASING, I'm going to start with you, because you definitely are hopped up on sugar. How you doing, man? How's everything going?
I think I'm doing quite well.
Quite well?
We just had a nice day of scrims, you know, so
oh, that's good.
It went quite well today.
Yeah, he wants to get into all that esports tech talk. I'm not even going to do that, because he was talking about gummy bears a moment ago. I want to talk about them gummy bears. So, all right? How many? He had like at least a pound, right? Like a pound of gummy bears, something like that. You were wilding out earlier, so it's funny. Okay.
I'm just, word of advice, just never only eat gummy bears.
Is that part of your meta? Is that part of your tech, eat gummy bears? Because I heard you were sick, too. So you went from sick to gummy bears. I mean, next week better be a doozy. I'm just saying that. Or this weekend, rather.
Nah, man. Like, honestly, you know how sometimes in life you just eat too many gummy bears like this.
He said, please quote that for the Instagram and the Twitter. Sometimes in life, you eat too much gummy bears. That's like real Splyce title facts or something. We'll just call it something either way. That's funny. That's hilarious. I don't know, man. I don't know how you deal with it, KOBBE. KOBBE, how are you doing, by the way?
I'm okay. I'm having some biscuits right here.
Oh, biscuits sound dank right now. You know what I had for lunch today? I'm going to tell you because Wheels keeps making fun of me for it. I had nothing but some fat-free water. That was it. So I envy you both.
What?
It's a joke. It's a joke, all right? Jeez. All right, we're starting off to a good start. Anyway, all right. So you guys did your scrims. Everything's been going pretty interesting for you guys. Again, I have to reiterate this. You both have been in the limelight this entire week. And I think this week is probably the best to talk about synergy. Because you two, I mean, there's so many moments we can talk about. We could talk about last week and the way you guys kind of played off of each other to take the last game. I want to make sure I got it right. It was against Unicorns of Love in the base race. That was awesome. And then we can also go forward to talk about, you know, the pentakill, which I got a chance to listen to the comms. KOBBE, you are hilarious. Like, yo, can I buy that? Can I get a penta? Can I get a penta? That's a good hustle. I like that. So
yeah, I mean, I saw it coming, so I just had to make sure no one was gonna steal it.
I feel you.
Niski tried to.
Yeah, I was watching Niski. He was definitely hungry for it. He wanted it, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna back off just for you. So that was pretty cool. So I mean, like, what do you guys want to talk about first? You guys want to talk about the week before and the adjustments that you guys made, you know, finding that synergy and making it work well for you? Or do you want to talk about the thing that everyone's talking about, which is the pentakill? What would you guys prefer?
I mean,
Pentakill.
You want to talk about look at the blush on his face. He's like, I'm feeling myself. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk pentakill. All right, so I mean, let's kick off the scenario. So from a spectator's point of view, we saw the initial engage Otawame. You know, he burns his ult, gets 3 knockups, and then from there you guys dive in. Walk me through it. I'm a League of Legends noob, so talk to me.
KOBBE can explain this.
You just mean the final team fight, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was Xerxes on Sec who initiated by getting their Jarvan into our team.
See,
and he gets one-shotted.
And that's why I'm glad I asked y'all. See, apparently I still don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but they're gonna fill it in for you guys. So continue. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
And then the enemy AD carry just got one-shot by me.
That was funny.
From a headshot, and one the gangplank walks into a trap and gets like all of his life in one auto, and then the fight was pretty much over.
That was it.
So yeah, the fight was pretty fast over. It was like 5-10 seconds, and then they're all dead.
You make it sound simple, but still, I feel like there's a lot more to it. I think what makes it so unique is just the fact that and I want to talk about this hugely because one of the things that I saw from week 1 and that you guys brought into this week is, you know, how you guys have been developing your communications. I mean, obviously, I know I'm pretty sure you guys will say that there's still work to be done, but still is a stark difference, especially because, I mean, one of the things that a lot of even the commentators were highlighting was the way that you guys go from adjusting your shot calling from the early game to the mid game, from mid to late into deep late game. I feel like, you know, structures change. So, I mean, is there anything y'all want to share about that as well?
I mean, honestly, like, let's say the first week, right?
Right.
I think we played pretty bad as a team
Mm-hmm.
because basically we weren't really like on the same page.
Right.
And then that basically caused us to play like, how do I say it, like monkeys. But for the second week, our mindset was quite different, so it kind of went much better.
That's good.
So, I mean, that's what I really liked about our second week. Is like, even though we went 1-1 again,
Right.
I think we played much better compared to the first week, and I think it can only get better as the weeks go on.
If there's one thing I gotta say I appreciate about the way that you guys play is that, I mean, you know, from a spectator standpoint, maybe I'm diving a little bit too deep into it, but I see like a little bit of research and development from the way that you guys play. Like, I feel like you guys will, again, in the first week, first day, people were just doing things, but then you guys tried taking risks. Like, why don't we try this? Why don't we try this? Then you took notes. Next week, you might have tried something different, and then why don't we try this? Why don't we try this? Do you feel like that's kind of how you're approaching the games, or am I missing something here?
I think it's more to do with like getting the basics down.
Right.
So just knowing pretty much what we should do in this scenario or X scenario. If something changes, then usually like maybe I would call like what we should do as a plan.
Right.
And after that, you know, we basically just actually do it rather than kind of do it half-heartedly, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big improvement going into week 2 anyway.
Okay. So I guess in a sense that means that you've somewhat put egos to the side, which is great. I want to bring this up because I feel like now that, you know, as the weeks go through, everybody's kind of established in their roles. There was a point that Odoame made in his desires on how he wants to go about developing his skills. He said that he wanted to be a lot more selfish this time around. How do you guys feel about that as compared to the overall work that you're doing in creating synergy? Like, that's kind of your big ticket right now. And he kind of said that. Not to say that he doesn't want to deviate from, I mean, not to say he wants to deviate from what you guys are trying to do, but that's kind of that's a big word to use. I want to be selfish. So, like, how are you guys mixing with Odoame's choice to do that compared to what you want to do?
I mean, I think it's just gonna come natural. Like, I had kind of the same feeling because the past 2 years I also played in a team where I didn't really ask for much or get much attention from my team, and I was usually just there, like, doing my job.
Right.
So I think it's just about like finding a balance and making sure that we're able to play like different styles, so we're not just a one-dimensional team, only able to play around one lane. And if that screws up, then you just lose.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's dope. I think that is one thing you guys did, and I salute that. The fact that, you know, one person is down, you guys are willing to trade roles, and seeing that you guys are working on the shot call, I think that's dope. I think that's great. Hard to do. I don't know how y'all do it because I know rosters change, things change, and I mean, I feel like as you guys have gone through, I mean, you guys scrim enough, so I guess I can't even say that. What I was gonna say is that you guys have to deal with you know, other players and them trying to deal with their growing pains and their roster changes. But I mean, that's, again, like you guys said, that's something you guys could deal with through scrim. So I mean, I feel like that's not too much of an issue. With that said, how do you guys feel going into next week?
I think next week is like, how do I say it? We're playing against 2 of the like technically top tier teams.
Right.
This is G2 and Misfits, who are basically considered like pretty much the best kind of teams in Europe.
Yeah.
And I think it will definitely prove something to us, or to us ourselves as a team, or pretty much what we've learned like the past 2 weeks.
Right.
So basically, you know, we don't fuck around on stage. We actually, you know, do like, for example, just make sure that we can do the basics first, and then after that, we can basically play more cohesively as a team.
See, I like that smile, by the way, KOBBE. Don't think I missed that, okay? I told you, he could say it, you can't. That's right. That's right. We're still running with that rule here. There's a rule behind the scenes. You guys will hear about it later. Either way. Okay, that's good to hear. With that said, also, let's not forget that G2 has been having a little bit of a rough, I can't even speak today, rough week. So hopefully that is something you guys get to capitalize on. So that's cool and that's fun. But you know what? I'm mad at both of y'all because I told you I'm not allowed to get in interview mode and I'm interviewing y'all. So the hell with all of that. I want to talk about the Splyce house because you know what? I haven't had a chance to go in there, but I heard y'all have a ridiculous kitchen and I'm a little bit hungry. So other than gummy bears, what the hell is in that kitchen? For real, for real. I'm starving. This is ridiculous.
Honestly, actually, with the kitchen, one of my fans or friends basically... he got me like a big packet of tea, and then I mean, like, when I say packet, I mean it has like 200 like tea bags.
Oh my god, what kind of tea is it? I love tea, by the way. We could talk about tea in a second, but keep going.
It's called PG Tips. I don't know if you heard of that.
Uh-uh.
It's like a very British brand.
Okay, no, I never heard of that. Wow.
I mean, you should try it, you know?
It sounds dope. Well, okay. Well, we got to talk to me. Like, all right. So, all right. Let me break down the teas that I'm into. I love everything but Rooibos. Rooibos is trash. Anyone want to fight me on Twitter? I will throw hands. What is up? All right. I'm real about my teas. Anyway, I love my white teas, especially anything with lavender in it. Blooming teas are god tier. I don't mind Earl Grey and stuff like that. Look, I'm for real with my teas. All right. You want to talk teas and biscuits? Holla at your boy. What else do I like? There's a bunch of tea. So, like, what would you say that kind of tea is? So, like, I know going in. Because if it's Rooibos and you tell me to try it, I will cut you and probably get fired for it. Okay? I don't care. It's fine.
I didn't realize you love tea that much. Actually.
I am a tea crackhead. I swear to goodness. It's ridiculous. I mean, when I'm not drinking fat-free water, I'm drinking favorite fat-free water, which is tea. So, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's respectable, man.
Yeah, it's a drug. I don't know. So, I mean, but you got 200 tea bags in it. That's cool. But other food in the kitchen, what's going on? I feel like you guys are hiding the good stuff by not telling me.
Okay, I'll let KOBBE handle this one.
Go ahead, KOBBE. Oh, so, okay. So, apparently, for you guys at home that don't know, KOBBE spends the most time in the kitchen. So, let me sit up and listen real quick.
I mean, honestly, I don't spend that much time in the kitchen, but we have a really nice chef who makes food for us like 2 times a day.
Ooh, okay.
So, we just eat whatever is getting served, and usually it's something nice.
Oh, so it's not you guys don't get like custom orders. You have to. There's like a set like.
Or I mean, we can basically say if we have wishes for, okay, we want to eat this someday or stuff like that. But besides that, I don't know what else there's in the kitchen.
I feel like KOBBE's free time, he goes downstairs and tries to order like a gummy bear yogurt or something. I'm running with that theme all damn day, by the way. Don't you think for 1 second I'm letting that go, because that was funny as hell. Okay. So long as we're here, that's fine.
We're eating a lot of Haribos in this house.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
That's a Haribo idea. I mean, okay, that was a bad pun. I'm done with that. All right, no more puns. So let's talk other games. So another thing that caught my attention, because I haven't played this in a while, but it made me happy to see, is you guys actually play Settlers of Catan. I didn't know y'all knew about that, because that is crack. That game. Okay, so I got a story for y'all. Can I tell a story? I got to tell a story. So
go ahead.
There's this girl I had a crush on. She was so cute. Oh my God, right? Like, this is the weirdest thing, because like I was at this convention called Penny Arcade Expo, so it's PAX East, and I'm used to usually like when I go to a party, we're all drunk as hell, right? She invites me to her house. I'm like, ooh, you know what that means. Well, you're supposed to know what that means. But it didn't mean what I thought it meant, so it threw me off. So she invites me over, and she's getting all cute. She reaches in the closet, and she pulls out Settlers of Catan. Now, I didn't expect that at all. I thought you got some, something going on. I'm not going to say the rest, because only...
A tea collection.
There you go. You know what? We're going to run that. I thought he was going to pull out a tea collection. And he was like, nah, I'm not going to. So that was my first time ever playing Settlers of Catan. And then literally... After we played it, I forgot where I was, and it was kind of like I still had to do like the walk of shame, because I spent the entire night playing Settlers of Catan and forgot to go home. So I mean, like, I didn't go in there for what I went for, but I still had to do the walk of shame. It was the funniest story ever, and ever since then, like, Settlers of Catan like won my heart. So who is the worst in the house at this game?
Niski.
Niski.
Okay, I want to hear stories, because y'all said that with the quickness. So walk me through a game of. Cause I just want to bully Niski, but like talk to me about this. Go ahead.
I don't know where to start. Like,
KASING is cracking up. This is hilarious. So I know it's bad. Go ahead.
Like, he just doesn't understand. Like, he doesn't even know what resources are the best. Like,
yeah, he just. I don't know, man. What's wrong with him? He just fucking. Oh, sorry, shit. I can't see that word.
Oh, you can say that. I just can't.
Does he know the rules of building? Does he know, like, you have to stay on the path and like how to oh my God. Okay.
I mean, yeah, he knows how to play the game, but like strategies and such, there's not much hope.
I just imagine him just putting all of his cards, like, I'm gonna be the guy that collects the most sheep or something crazy like that. Like, that's him.
Yes, you're correct.
Niski, we gotta get you on the podcast. We gotta talk about this. That's not bringing sexy back, man. You can't do that. You can't. Oh my God, Niski, bless your heart. Oh. All right, so I'm sure that this Settlers of Catan something? Is that something you guys use to help build meta? Or is it just like something to do off you know, it's break time? We need to pick on Niski. Odawame's probably not gonna play with you guys. So how do you guys use this game if you use it to like build the relationship between each other?
I mean, we just play it like whenever there's time, or like if we have a break or something.
That's a good game, man.
And yeah, I mean it's fun, like team bonding, or it's just a fun game to play.
Yeah.
But sometimes it gets maybe a bit personal because of some
decisions.
Catan
getting personal. Wow, that's funny.
Because if there's one guy winning, then everyone just starts playing against him.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it.
No one trades him.
Yeah, right. It's like, all right, now we're blocking all ports. I'm not having that. Nope, trade nothing with this guy. He gets nothing but goats. No, excuse me. No, give him coal. Literally give him coal. But then actually, no, because you can't build settlements. All right, I'm getting too deep into this. Anyway, any other board games y'all play in the house? Because we could talk about Catan all day. I told you, that game is cracked. That story is real, by the way.
I mean, honestly, we wanted to get the expansion for a while. Like, if we had gone 2-0 in one of our weeks, then our manager said he'll buy it for us. But unfortunately, we've only gotten 1-1 so far. So hopefully next week is the week. You know.
I pray for y'all because and you know what I'm gonna do just to hold y'all to it. This weekend I'm gonna buy the expansion. I don't even have the base game, well, not because I moved, but I'm gonna buy the expansion and I'm gonna hold it up to the camera and be like, "Do you want this? Okay, I'm gonna need that right quick because." I want y'all to succeed, and I definitely want to see Niski get bullied some more, because that sounds like the funniest video. I know we got a shooter in there, like a filmer or something like that, so I'm going to try to sneak him into one of those and put him on the spot. We'll figure out how we want to do that, regardless, though. But that's good. So there's no other board games you guys really play, right? Just that, or that you're interested in?
I mean, not at the moment. It's just Catan.
No, we only have Catan at the moment.
Yeah. I mean... interested, I guess. Like I used to play a bunch of board games with like family and stuff.
All right, what was your favorite? KASING? I mean, KOBBE.
I mean, I guess the most standard was like what's it called, like Monopoly or something.
Right.
Like those kind of games where you're like you have some money, you go around buying some stuff.
Yeah, the hustle. Yeah, we call that capitalism in America. All right, that's a bad joke. Anyway, that's real. That's good. That's a classic game. I was always the thimble in that, so I salute you for that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a classic one.
Moving forward, let's talk about next week and what the team is getting into. See, all right, I said this before and I'll say it again. When it comes to establishing the dynamic duo, I feel like you two set the bar for that. Is anybody else in the team, have they been developing that? Like, how do you see the synergy amongst the rest of them? He's still laughing. You need to stop, all right? You need to behave. It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. What happened? Tell me.
No, can you guys stop?
There's just some apes in the background fighting.
There's apes in the background fighting.
2 apes. Yeah. My God.
Are y'all watching the video? Wait, is this a video or y'all like living in the jungle right now?
No, there's 2 live apes like fighting live.
Hold on, wait. So y'all got apes in y'all mansion? Yo, hold on. Okay, they live in a life. We need to talk about that. Somebody also clip that. That is kind of ridiculous.
Good.
Oh, so is that what y'all do for entertainment? Y'all watch apes? Like, no, damn the league question. Forget about that. I need to talk about these apes now. Let's talk about these. Like, describe this scenario to me, because this is ridiculous.
No, man, they're just. No, I have no words, man.
No words. All right, that's fine. We'll get back to the question. All right, so week 3. It's fine. I love it. So week 3, Misfits G2 Synergy. This is the question I was having. I was trying to recall what it was. Like, again, you guys are the dynamic duo. I feel like you have even more ways to impress us. Is there that same level of chemistry amongst everybody else within the group? Like, is this one big happy family? Do you feel like it might be like some kind of niches? Like, some people might do this, you guys might do this. How do you guys feel like you handle the synergy thing going into week number 3?
I was trying to think. Like, do you mainly mean between like me and KASING, or just
you and KASING? I mean, like I said, you and KASING, it got to the point where there's like Valentine's love letters. There's a literal picture made of both of y'all faces cut together. I thought it was a new player on the team. I was like, who the hell is that? It was ridiculous. Like, it was so well done. It's to the point where it's literally that. Like, you guys have done the fusion dance on some Dragon Ball stuff, and you guys are like that. Can the same be said for the rest of the team? Is there a morph going on in the jungle and beyond that we don't know about?
I mean, our mid and jungle, they're both rookies, right? So they're both like pretty dumb sometimes. And the thing, like, when they're playing solo queue, pretty funny to watch them like just shout at each other.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. Go ahead, KOBBE. What were you gonna say? Continue.
Oh, I'm just looking at my mid laner.
What's your mid laner doing? Oh, I feel like I made them reflect on it. That's hilarious. Okay, so if you have to whip the newcomers into shape, what are you guys doing to get them into shape then?
I mean, whenever for example, when we are scrimming and stuff,
right.
And after we finish, we do like a review and with our coach and pretty much like just talking about the game and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if there becomes like a problem where they don't know what to do, then either the coach or even the players can kind of help them out.
Right. So how do they retain that information? I mean, like, how do they ask questions? How do they spit that stuff back to you? That way you can see that they've retained it, they got it, they can take it on into the next week. What are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like whenever they have a question about a certain scenario, then we pretty much tell them, that you should have done this, that this is bad, blah blah blah, because of this, and then they pretty much gain like the knowledge from there.
Okay, that's good. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. G2 is going in with kind of, I don't know, they haven't been playing at the tip-top shape. I mean, they've kind of been known to be the ones that are going to run the EU scene. At least that's the way that it's being projected. But as you can see, they're struggling heavy. Do you see an angle or something that you can capitalize on to move yourselves ahead in the rankings, especially against a team like G2?
I mean, next week it might be a completely different G2. It's hard to say because, like, you would expect them to be really good, but the first couple of weeks they didn't play that well, and people see them as like a bottom team. Right. But I think it's just about a matter of time before they start like getting back there and performing. So, but even if, let's say, they're 10 times better next week, I still think we can beat them.
Do you feel like they're hiding their hands? Like maybe they're not showcasing everything that they've got. Just, maybe they're doing their own research and development. I don't know. Everybody plays a game. I'm from the fighting game community, so that's what we did. I would pick a third level character, see if I could beat their main using some gimmicks, and then just wash them later on. Like that was my thing. So I don't know. Maybe they're doing that.
I don't think they're good enough. Like, they need to build some team synergy first. Like you could say that about the old G2 roster.
Fair
because
enough.
They're just like 10 times better than everyone else. So.
Well, I guess that's a good point to make. I have to make that reference because it's funny, and he just said it. They're not good enough, so I'm definitely gonna hold you to that. Also, you keep messing up my fantasy brackets with those pentakills. Oh, you know what? I want to go back to something. Now that I bring that up, I want to go back to week 1 because see, you had me cracking up. Okay, I want to talk about this because I didn't get the chance to do this last time. Base race. So that exactly. Okay, so this is the thing that stood out to me, right? The base race happens. Cameras pan. KASING is laughing, but it's like that was not supposed to happen. We got hella lucky laugh. Like I still want to talk about that because I feel like we missed something, and I want to walk through that scenario before we do anything else because I forgot about that. So KASING, walk me through the last, if you can remember it, the last rush.
Okay, so we were all we were rushing, right? Because we wanted to basically finish the game before the enemies could.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying, you know what, we can backdoor with me, Niski, and Zerxe.
Right.
So then I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna ulti into the base, and I wanted Niski to take it, right?
Right.
And then Zerxe just takes it, and then I just stopped for a brief moment, like.
That's exactly what I saw.
I'm like, what the? Yeah, and then thank God we won.
Yeah.
But I was very surprised.
That's exactly the scenario we saw. Like the dive happens. It was literally it looked like there was a slight out of sync decision.
Apparently he just misclicked. So,
right. It was like okay.
We shouldn't have won that game.
Right, no, exactly. And you guys proceeded to go through it. I don't even remember. I think somebody from Unicorns misclicked as well. So they missed an opportunity to attack the base. I forgot exactly what happened. I'd have to watch the replay again. But you guys definitely took it, looked at each other like, don't let that happen again, boys. So it was one of my favorite moments throughout what you guys have been doing. Just because literally KASING's reaction, that smile was timeless. I was like, okay, that was messed up.
I mean, had to make our first game, go with a bang in it. Like our first
Is that what you're calling it, a bang? Okay, I see you there. All right, definitely. And then y'all make fun of... No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I feel like Niski did that on purpose. He's like, y'all keep making fun of me on this Catan stuff. All right, I got y'all. I'm going to do something. That's right. Because I feel like that's an ongoing thing, right? Anything's possible. I don't know.
I mean, you know, Niski is just such a nice teammate. Lovely teammate.
KOBBE's laughing, so go ahead, explain this.
Yeah, I mean, he's a nice teammate. I'm not sure if there's another meaning behind it.
All right. At this point, we're BSing around. Any other thoughts? Any final thoughts? Anything on you guys' mind? I mean, I look forward to seeing what interesting things you guys do throughout the week, not just as obviously players and the dynamic duo, but I mean, as a team, like you guys like have a really awesomely developed friendship. And I think it's dope, especially because Valentine's Day is coming around and you two look like lovers. Yeah, I said it. So what? Shut up. No, I'm just playing. It's a joke. It's a joke. But no.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'm definitely getting fired. It's cool. All right. Anyway, but results aside, like, so what are you guys getting into for the next coming up weeks? Not just League of Legends related, but I don't know, events related. I know there's gonna be shooters in the house. What do you guys got planned? Maybe you guys can prank our editors and filmers. I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean? And the rest of your team, what do you guys have going on?
I mean, honestly, it's just LCS and pretty much just practicing.
Right.
Because like every time when like a new patch comes out, we kind of have like just spam the game as much as possible.
Right.
So we can like see what's really good, and maybe someone doesn't really know what's really good on the patch, and you can abuse like what's really broken in the current patch.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are playing on 8.1, but 8.2 is coming out recently. Can you talk about that a little bit? Like how are you guys getting adapted to it, if possible? I forgot all about that. Wow.
How to say that without leaking too much?
You know what? Yeah. Let's shoot. I didn't even think of that. Okay, let's work around it. Are you feeling good or no? We'll work with that.
I mean, like let's say the patch is pretty good.
It's pretty good. Okay. It's pretty good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, pretty. I mean, I think it's a nice patch. Like, at least for my role, you move away from starting the relic shield item, and then there's like Dawn's Blade, Dawn Shield. I kind of like this more. And yeah, in terms of champs, there's like some new stuff, but I can't really go into
No,
it
please
too
don't.
much.
Please don't. No snitching. You do that, I'm coming to the house my damn self. All right, I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of gummy bears at you. No, it's fine. All right, what about you, Kasing? What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, honestly, I quite like it because there's no Sightstone now. So yeah, you don't have to rush Sightstone every game. Because basically, you can get wards from your gold item now if you upgrade it. So basically, it allows me to play more offensively. I could buy like more offensive stats like AP.
Right.
So yeah, I can kill people much easier.
Oh, that's good. Like, killing is great. I'm glad you guys have been developing the meta. Hopefully the rest of your team is doing the same. It's all good. I'm trying to look at what's going on behind you guys. I see them playing. They're practicing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be a little bit nosy because, you know, I mean, are those the rookies behind you? That looks like Odawame's big head back there.
Yeah.
Don't tell him I said it. All right, so I want to do this before we end because I always like to kind of give motivational pieces. Marty likes that. He starts going on his Instagram and talking about this stuff, so it's cool. It makes him feel like, you know, he learned something. I like trying to teach Marty. So last time, and I don't know if you guys actually got a chance to hear this, I actually spoke to Odawame about, you know, the things that he used to do in like his past life, things that kind of got him developed and involved in League of Legends. Like, again, that wasn't something that he intended to do, but it was something that he kind of found a passion in based on something he did from the past. So he was a swimmer. I don't know if you guys knew that. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So one of his biggest passions was the fact that, I mean, he got to push himself to the limit and really find the strength of who he is and who he can become, which is another reason, again, why I don't see an issue with him saying something like, I want to be more selfish. I want to get to know myself better and how I can strengthen myself. Do you guys have anything resembling that? Any kind of self-motivation, motivating, or maybe because, again, you guys work as a duo, you know, motivating factors that you guys share with each other to kind of better your abilities, to keep each other in the game, to not let pressure break, anything at all?
I mean, I think like I played a lot of sports when I was younger. I played football for 11 years, I think.
What position?
Midfielder.
Midfielder. Okay. Gotcha. Keep going.
So I always kind of liked just like playing in a team, winning, losing together, stuff like this. And then like just being competitive is basically the main drive.
Gotcha.
So that's like kind of a similarity I can draw from there.
Got you. What about you, KASING? You look like a football player as well. You look like you did that.
Nah.
I'm teasing him because I know he did like what is it? Was it IT specialist that you were going to college for? I don't. You have to remind me. I'm sorry if I messed it up.
So basically, okay, so I was like a really good student in college. Well, in UK it's like college and then university.
University, yeah.
So I really was interested in like computer science and stuff,
right.
And like computing with coding and all that kind of stuff. And I was like in my AS year of college, so the first year of college, and I was literally a really good student, getting like A to A stars, so that's like the highest of the high in that college. But the thing is, my friend introduced me to League of Legends, and then I became.
That's when it all went downhill.
That's how it happens, ladies and gentlemen. It goes downhill from that. Yep. I shared the same story. I went to college, was doing great, and I played Virtua Fighter. And forgot to go to classes. You do that enough, they kick you out them damn selves. So I don't. Thankfully, I was winning. That paid the rent, but I didn't realize until afterwards. Anyway, I cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry. Keep going.
That's fine, man. Don't worry. But as I was saying, I basically started practicing a league shit ton, and initially I played it with friends for fun, but my grades were also like going, downhill.
It's fine
because I was spending more time on the game rather than like revision or just pretty much attending like the library and stuff to basically catch up on stuff.
Gotcha.
And my parents are really like angry and disappointed in me at the beginning.
Until they saw the paychecks. That's how it goes, right? Right? Something like that. I'm trolling. No, I'm trolling. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
But basically, my parents were really mad at me, and then they told my cousins, my friends, like what a disappointment I am. And honestly, the amount of tilt that you can experience there is like no other tilt that you can ever kind of have in life.
I know from experience.
To know that that your parents that pretty much told you you're a failure in life is like, what the fuck.
That's not who you want to hear it from, right? Of all people, your parents like that. Yeah, that's some ether for you. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Is like for me, I really did see like a future in gaming or in esports anyway, League of Legends, because back then I was like, how do I say it? When I was playing for fun, I was quite good.
Right.
Because I played Dota before, for like maybe 5 or 6 years. And basically League of Legends was like an easier version of Dota, but very disgustingly bad graphics.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm not supposed
to. The graphics was legit terrible. Like before, I can't even believe I even played a game like this.
Yeah, that was my first thought too. It looked like a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, I was like, who would play a game like this?
It's okay. Imagine if there was like a competitive Doom game, right? I think of that, man. Like you don't want to play these graphics; it's too blurry. But no, I understand. Keep going.
But anyway, after that, I started to play in like smaller leagues and teams.
Right.
So there was the most noticeable LAN that I went to was called it was at MCM. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's like some Comic-Con in London, and basically that was the first ever LAN I went to. That was like with a 7K euro prize pool, and eventually I won with my team back then with I think it was Smoky Lemon, Cook My Sock, Impaler, and Nitrix, and we were called Dignitas back then, or Dignitas UK.
I might have heard of them. I don't know. Dignitas. That doesn't sound like a popular name at all.
Yeah, that was the first ever UK land I went to, and then I realized, actually this is fun.
Right.
Because you can basically get paid to play a game. Like you would never think of that idea before,
Right, that's fair. So, real quick question: in between that time, what was gaming an outlet to deal with? The kind of I'll call it disownment. I mean, that's not like the best word to use. That's just the first one that comes to mind. Like, so the disownment from your parents, them saying, you're not gonna amount to anything. You dropped out of school, blah blah. Were video games a distraction to get away from that, or was it more of like a I'll show you kind of thing, and you just stuck with it?
Honestly, it was like I was playing a lot of games before, and my grades were still good.
Yeah.
But it's only the fact that obviously during college, it's not the same as like middle school, for example. Like it's not as easy.
Right.
Because in college, you actually have to put some effort and some brain power inside, what you're actually revising and what you're doing. But I just thought, even if I go to uni and I finish that, I don't really want to live my life regretting it. To like think, what if I had gone in gaming? What if I'd done this, blah blah blah. So I kind of just YOLO'd it and went with it. If I didn't get good, or if I didn't go professional,
right,
or get lucky, then I'll still be back in uni, for example.
Yeah, and also you get the chance of saying that you tried it. You get to be at peace with that. I think that's dope, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good piece. All right, Marty, there you go. That's your lesson for the week. All right, no, I'm just kidding. I'm done. Stop messing with them. All right, so the last question I have for you guys, and I'm gonna let y'all get back to practice because I want to see what silly stuff you guys come up with. For everybody listening out there, I want you guys to give me some tips on how to build because again, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I have to do this. What would be your tips for building a proper bromance? All right, how do you make this happen? Let's talk about this. Sorry, I gotta pick on KOBBE one more time. I don't get to see him ever again. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. I gotta do it.
Actually, where do you start? So at first, you get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that by multiple things. One of them, maybe talking together, maybe doing some stuff together, like playing games or.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I know how that sounded, but it wasn't meant that way.
Yeah, man. We do a lot of stuff together, me and KOBBE. Just don't know about it.
Like,
oh, Lord have
play
mercy.
some games.
Oh my God. Okay, you know what? I'm done with both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Snake Pit Podcast. I'm getting rid of both of them. This is KOBBE and KASING. Easily the two cutest people I know, period. All right, damn it. Make sure you check them out. They're going to be doing LC. I'm getting off the damn microphone. I love you guys. Have a good one. Peace out.